Okay, folks, buckle up because we need to talk about Prince Harry's latest adventure. And by adventure, I mean his very calculated trip to Angola that has everyone asking one simple question. Really, Harry? Again? So here's what happened. Prince Harry just wrapped up a solo trip to Angola, walking through former minefields in full protective gear. Sound familiar? It should, because this is literally the same exact thing his mother, Princess Diana, did back in 1997 in that now legendary photo that helped change the world's perspective on landmines. But here's the thing that's got everyone talking, and I mean everyone. Meghan was nowhere to be found. And the reason? Well, that's where this story gets interesting. According to sources, and you know how much I love a good according to sources story, Meghan didn't join Harry because Angola was allegedly too dangerous for her. Now, let me get this straight. The same woman who was perfectly happy jet-setting through Nigeria, Colombia, and Jamaica on what critics call their privacy tour suddenly thinks Angola is too risky? The insider reportedly said, the Duke won't let his wife go to England over security concerns, so there was no chance he'd allow her to go to Angola to walk across landmines. But here's what I think might really be going on. Maybe, and I'm just throwing this out there, maybe this wasn't about safety at all. Maybe this was about optics, strategy, and the fact that sometimes less is more when you're trying to recreate an iconic moment. Let's talk about patterns, because Harry's got one. This isn't his first minefield rodeo. He pulled the exact same stunt back in 2019. Same helmet, same vest, same furrowed brow for the cameras. The only difference is that now, 5 years later, people are starting to notice the formula. And here's something that'll make you think. There are legitimate questions about whether these areas are even dangerous anymore. These minefields have been cleared multiple times over the years. So what we're really watching is a very expensive photo opportunity dressed up as humanitarian work. During this trip, Harry met with Angola's president João Lourenço and representatives from the Halo Trust, the same organization his mother worked with. He's positioning himself as Diana 2.0, carrying on her legacy. But is that what's really happening here? Critics are asking the hard questions that need to be asked. What does this actually achieve? Beyond generating headlines and maybe a few feel-good articles, what's the real impact? Think about it this way. Real philanthropists write checks. They build sustainable programs. They create lasting change. But Harry? He poses in a helmet, generates some social media buzz, and then hops on a private jet home. And the timing of this trip? Super interesting. It just happens to come right after reports that the Sussexes are reaching out for another round of peace talks with the royal family. Coincidence? I think not. Here's what I find fascinating. Harry claims he can't return to the UK without full security detail, but is perfectly comfortable wandering through former war zones in Angola. So either he's exaggerating about needing protection, or he genuinely believes Angola is safer than London. Either way, it doesn't add up. Let's call this what it really is, a calculated move in a much larger game. The Sussex PR playbook seems to have exactly one page, and it goes like this. Step 1. Cosplay as Diana. Step 2. Create some controversy about security. Step 3. Exclude Meghan when it's convenient. Step 4. Present it all as noble humanitarian work. Step 5. Watch the headlines roll in. Meghan's absence from this trip wasn't about safety, it was strategic. Nobody wanted her awkward photo ops or designer outfits disrupting the carefully crafted narrative of grassroots compassion. Here's what's really happening. Harry is a man who's slowly realizing that Netflix deals and Spotify contracts don't come with the same automatic relevance that being a working royal provided. So when public interest starts to dip, out comes the Diana card. But here's the problem, everyone's starting to see through the trick. The public isn't stupid. They can spot calculated PR moves, especially when they're this obvious. And honestly, it's getting tiresome. There's something deeply uncomfortable about constantly using your deceased mother's legacy as a publicity vehicle. At some point, you have to ask, when is it time to let Diana rest and build your own authentic path?